Mike Bohn here at American Top Team with Bohn Nickal, just a few weeks out from his UFC Iowa fight against Reinier de Ridder. UFC Iowa, Bo. Did you ever think the day would come?
No, that was definitely a surprise. I was talking to the UFC after my last fight. I wanted to get a fight early this year, and they told me they had something for me in May. So, then the word got out it was Iowa, and I was like, let's do it. It sounds good, like a good time.
Yeah. Can you explain what fight weekend is going to be like, fight night?
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I'm not really sure. I'm not sure if I'm going to get a lot of cheers or, maybe a few boos. So either way, I'll be good with it, and I'm just excited and grateful to compete. And, anytime I've competed in Iowa, it's always a great crowd no matter what.
Yeah. For the, uninformed, could you give us a little bit of a history lesson?
Yeah, college wrestling, Iowa is one of the most storied programs in the NCAA, and through my career, I had a lot of, heated matches with them, heated matches individually and as a team. So, competed in Carver Hawkeye, competed against the Hawkeyes quite a few times, and usually ended up on top. So, they're not the biggest fans of me in college wrestling sense, but I think now that I've moved to MMA, I feel a lot of, respect and appreciation from the fans.
Yeah, maybe some different fan bases there too as well, a little bit.
Yeah, no doubt, different fans.
Yeah, what did you think of the matchup? Reinier de Ridder, obviously former 2 Division I champ, comes in, nice start to his UFC run so far. Did you feel like this was an appropriate next step?
Yeah, absolutely. I think he's a guy that he's beat a lot of really tough opponents, and he's undefeated in the UFC, former 2 Division champion at 1, so he's a guy that I look at as a big challenge and a nice step up. And so I'm just looking forward to continuing to improve and get better, and this is a good opportunity for me to show my skills.
What's your mindset going into this one? Because I don't know if you saw his interview where he's like, no one wants to watch us strike. They want to see us mix it up on the ground. Do you have that same philosophy?
I'm down for it. I think that for me, the priority is just to do my best, and I focus on my attitude and my effort. So I'm grateful for this opportunity, and I'm going to go out, just go 100% the whole time. So I'm going to keep bringing it from the first bell to the last, and that's all I can control. So, for me, it's to go out there and just give 100% effort.
Yeah, MMA fight number 8. I feel like the last one, for better or worse, was a very important learning experience for you too, right?
Absolutely.
So after digesting that a few months, building on it, what do you think that did for your growth?
Man, that was huge for my growth. It was, really like my time in the cage. It probably over doubled just in that one fight. So for me, that's one of the most valuable things right now is just continuing to rack up that experience. And that's part of why I'm down here at American Top Team training with the best guys in the world day in, day out, is just to continue to build that experience up and build my confidence. And this last fight, even though I think that wasn't what people expected, that for me, the growth and the time in the cage is super, super valuable.
Yeah. And it's so funny how the sport works, right? Like maybe some people thought that was shitty on the night, but here we are a few months later. No one cares, no one thinks about it, no one talks about it anymore, and you can look to the next one, and everything changes.
Yeah, for me, I judge myself based on my effort, and if I go out there and I give 100% everything I have for that fight, then that's what I expect, and that's what I'm happy with. It doesn't have anything to do with expectations that other people put on me. Of course, part of the business is being entertaining, and I think that I have a proven track record of doing that. I'm 7-0 with 6 finishes, and 5 of those in the first round, so knockout submissions. But people, it's what have you done for me lately as far as that goes. And for me, again, back to the original focus, it's my effort and it's my attitude. So the attitude is just appreciation, gratitude, thankfulness for my team, my family, all the people around me that love me and support me, and I'm just going to give 100% every single day and every single time I fight.
Yeah, and I know for you, this is probably just the daily routine, but someone myself, you look around this room, just see all the high-level welterweights, middleweights. Can you just give the people an idea of how beneficial this training environment is?
It's unreal, We got so many guys that are just absolute savages and the best guys in the world. For me, I believe that iron sharpens iron, so I want to put myself in an environment where I'm getting pushed every day. Guys that I'm training with, Yaroslav Amosov, Johnny Eblin, we got Moicano over there, we got Shoeface just got sparring rounds. All these guys are unbelievably talented, skilled, experienced, and so, for me, I want to continue to level up and get better and better, and the mindset is the process, right? It's growth, it's improvement, it's getting better. And that's why I'm here, is just, I want to be the best in the world, and I got to challenge myself every day.
And you've been very patient with your entire career, but this is kind of what you said it would start to get real, right? The top 15 guy, then the top 10 guy, top 5 guy. So is that your expectations if you win this? Does it go from top 15 to top 10?
Yeah. I think, just keep moving up the ranks and just keep improving, getting better. There's a lot of things in MMA that I've realized I can't control. I can't control where I'm at on the fight cards. I can't control, a lot of times the timeline of when I'm fighting, even my opponent to an extent, right? Like there's guys that I'm asking for that are turning me down, or the UFC wants to match up certain fights for whatever reason. So again, my focus is my effort and my attitude. I'm always grateful and appreciative of every opportunity that I get. It's a massive opportunity in a co-main slot against a really tough opponent. And then, it's just doing my best every single day. So every opportunity that I get, I'm going to meet it head on with 100% effort. And, the result will be what it is. That's in God's hands, and I'm just going to give my best.
Sounds like, your fight's going to happen early May. We may get the middleweight title in late June if it's International Fight Week. I know they're kind of hinting at that. If it is Dricus and Khamzat, how do you think that fight goes?
Man, that's an amazing fight. I think that those are two guys that have a tremendous belief in themselves. They're guys that, go out and they fight extremely hard. So I think that you have to give the grappling edge to Khamzat. I think you give the conditioning edge to Dricus, and then the striking is, I think, maybe leans a little bit towards Dricus, but pretty much a toss-up. And so I think it's going to be an amazing fight. I think that both guys, again, back to what I said originally, their biggest asset is their belief in themselves. They go out hard and they go out ready to win and feeling like they should win. So that's going to be, an entertaining fight whenever both guys believe in themselves and think they should win. So I don't know, 50-50.
And, as I said, you've been very patient with the career, but, you always get asked about this Khamzat fight. If he goes out there and wins, is it going to be harder to be a little more patient because you're going to be like, he did his part, now I just have to do mine?
Yeah, I think that he's a guy that I look at with a lot of respect, and, he's proven himself and competed against the best in the world and won. So, it's just the only way that we're going to get matched up is if I continue to do the same thing and prove myself. And so I think that it'll be an exciting fight for the fans, and I got a little ways to go before then, but we'll make it work.
For sure. I guess, how do you see this fight with Reinier unfolding on May 3rd?
Again, the result isn't really a focus of mine. I'm focused on my effort and doing my best, so that's really all it is for me. I don't necessarily feel like I have to box myself into the fight needs to go this way or that way. All that I worry about is giving my best, and if I go out there and give my best, win, lose, draw, knockout, submission, whatever it is, I'm going to be happy with it. So that's all I care about is doing my best.
Thank you so much, Bo. Can't wait for it.
Thank you.